Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled Shadow of a Martian Robot. So, what do we see here? Well, here we see the shadow of a robot on Mars. Now, what robot might that be? Well, this happens to be the Opportunity rover, which explored Mars between 2004 to 2018 and was one of the earliest ones to find evidence of ancient water, that liquid water had once existed on Mars. Now, here we see an early image of it from 2004, looking opposite to the sun in the direction, and we can see its shadow stretching out there. So the sun, of course, would have been very low in the sky. And we can see the wheels of the rover in the foreground imaged here down to the lower left and to the lower right, and then the shadow stretching off in the distance. Now, Opportunity was one of two rovers sent in the early 2000s, and that was the Spirit rover and the Opportunity rover, which both explored Mars as a pilot in a way for the future rovers, the current ones that are there, which would be the Curiosity rover and the Perseverance rover, which are still active on Mars. Now, Opportunity is no longer active. It was actually caught in a dust storm in 2018. And the idea was to power it down when a dust storm came because it was very dependent on solar power to keep it going. Solar panels would give it enough energy. And, unfortunately, Martian dust storms blanket the planet and will completely block out sunlight, making it not enough energy that you can actually use the rover. So, shut it down and then hope that you can reopen it when the storm subsides. Unfortunately, after it did, a month or two later, it was unable to be reactivated and actually was discontinued any attempts at that the following year in 2019, and the mission was declared to be at an end. Now we have to consider that's not really bad. It lasted 14 years and really gave us a lot more understanding of Mars than we may have expected. The original mission was scheduled for 3 months. So 3 months in 2004 turning into a 14-year mission exploring various regions of Mars, including the region here by the Endurance crater. And you can actually see the walls of the crater off in the distance here. As we look past the shadow, we start to see the walls of the crater in which Opportunity was exploring. So while its mission may have ended and it is no longer active, its legacy carries on. All of the data that it sent back, over a decade's worth of data that we still have to study, as well as the rovers that have followed up with this, and that would be Curiosity and Perseverance, which continue to explore Mars to this day. So perhaps someday future visitors from Earth will get to go and find out just what happened to Opportunity, if there was something mechanical that happened during that time frame, or, as many people suspect, if the solar panels just got too covered in dust from this planet-wide dust storm to be able to recharge the batteries on the rover, and that's why we were never able to contact it again. So that was our picture of the day, titled Shadow of a Martian Robot. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Dust Blue. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.